I currently am a building product specialist for a local distributor. And as part of that role, I have a lot of interaction with builders, with dealers of our products, with architects, and that kind of thing. And I have found that my association with the code officials has just been enormously helpful to my job because of the ability to learn more readily things that are coming in the codes, being just more aware of what code officials have to deal with when they are out as inspectors doing inspections. It has really helped me to provide better information for my customers, for my builders, for my architects, and those people in the field. So I've really appreciated the interaction that I've received and the relationships that I've built among code officials here locally. As part of that, I've also become very involved with the Central Ohio Code Association and have even found a better relationship there professionally. Along with the help that I've been able to provide to my own customers, I've also found a huge benefit for myself in my professional growth. Just understanding other people in my industry is a key piece, I think, to growing appropriately and understanding what everybody in this field deals with. It's certainly not a one-sided industry, and we are all in this together, and the more we interact, the better off we are. So for me, any associates, non-code types that join the association, it provides that much more of a benefit for the code officials themselves because they also learn what the people that they're enforcing are having to deal with in the field. And that interaction is just huge. I truly believe that being a part of this association has been a huge benefit, not only for me, but also for my customers, because I've been able to keep them abreast of changes in the code world, which are confusing enough as it is.
When I got into the profession, I noticed a lot of people that had leadership roles that were inspiring to me. So I worked myself into the COCOA organization, got on the director, became president, and then from there went on to the state level and went through that process through the chairs. From there, once I finished that as past president, I was able to join the ICC Professional Development Committee to get more involved and now at a higher level. And it's all about giving back. By attending the code hearings, I've learned now how the codes get adopted, the whole process. And you know, when you look at these codes when you first get into the profession, you really don't understand, where or how they come about. By attending those conferences now, I'm able to see how that happens.
Presently, I'm the Chief Building Official at Washington County, located in Marietta, Ohio. We've dubbed the county office as Southeast Ohio Building Department because we actually take care of 4 counties. We have Washington, Belmont, Monroe, and Noble counties. So our inspectors cover a large geographical area. For myself, what I have really enjoyed over the past 12 months is the camaraderie. Being a new code official, it's a little intimidating to actually come in to that position, and without that support of your peers to be able to discuss those things, and also that one-on-one personal relationship, I feel more comfortable to be able to pick up the phone and contact those other code officials and discuss what their interpretation is and to make sure that I'm on track of what I should be doing.
So the value of the relationships that I have built is that many times I'll get a phone call from a customer who's either confused about a recent inspection he's had or something that is new in the codes. And I can make a quick phone call to one of the code officials, to one of the municipalities that I've seen and worked with now through my association with the Central Ohio Code officials, and can get that conversation going and understand either what's going on with the inspection or what that new enforcement is going to be like for my customer. And I talk to my customers all the time about the value of them attending different code events, whether it's educational events that they provide, because they're in the room with code officials that are going to be asking questions about whatever that education is, and they can get a better understanding of where they're coming from. And they have the ability to also ask questions about code enforcement, about what's going on, and how it affects them as builders, so that when they're trying to reevaluate a particular model or something like that, or a home that they're building, they can look at it with more intelligent eyes and with a better perspective on how that change that they're considering is going to make in their overall build timeframes and those types of things. So not only does my membership with COCOA provide me with those relationships, those interactions, that networking, but there are great educational opportunities as well. And that membership fee, it's not that high, and I get all of my education for the year without any additional cost. And there are great programs. I certainly don't go to every single one, because there's a lot of things that are on the nuts and bolts of being a code official. But the more of the educational aspects that I can attend, even though they might not be directly related even to the products I distribute and those types of things, it still gives me the benefit of knowledge about how that piece of the puzzle is going to affect my builders and my situation. And I understand more about what that may involve with their new project that they're working on, or a different way that they intend to use their HVAC system. That's not what we sell, but it provides me with the ability to become more valuable to my customers. I become a great resource for them, because they know that I have these relationships, and they know that a quick phone call, I can find out what they might be digging through a code book forever to try and find. And so I become a much more valued resource for them.
It would be nice to see more people involved in the organization, coming up to the chairs. By doing so, you're able to meet a lot of people, both in the profession, but also from the suppliers, manufacturers, and in the administration part of the code. So whether it be at the state of Ohio level or even up to ICC level, you get to meet a lot of people and learn a lot of different aspects to the code profession. So over the past 5 years, I've been able to travel to the code hearings, and the first code hearing that I went to was in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. The second one was in Long Beach, California. And then also by joining the ICC Professional Development Committee, we have meetings off-site. Most recent one was in Las Vegas, and I have one coming up next month in New Orleans. One thing that you do see by attending these conferences and meeting people from all over the country is you see that they're having the same issues all over the country, but yet you're able to bring some of the best who are involved together and discuss these things and come up with solutions to some of the problems that we face.
The reasons that I attend the code consistency meetings is so that I can spend more time with the other code officials, get a better understanding as a new and young code official. I like that camaraderie. The face-to-face interaction is good. To be able to come in and meet other peers of the same organization and make a joint decision is always a good thing to do. Personally, I've been a code official since November of 2014, so about a year. With that has come the learning curve to be a good code official. I was an inspector for 10 years, so I understood the field aspect of what was going on. The education that you received annually was fantastic. With code consistency and COCOA being able to network with the other code officials, and then also those inspectors that attend the meetings, you get that on-site field definition and experience of what they feel. And the inspectors being as part of COCOA and part of the meetings and organizations, you get that interaction with them and the other code officials, so you get a different perspective on it. Myself, I'm from rural southeastern Ohio is my jurisdiction, and a lot of the code officials that are attending presently are from more of the centralized, larger metropolis areas. So you get a real diverse cross-section of Well, we deal with Amish, but you folks deal with multi-story buildings. So it's really a good interaction to see the large scope of the code and not really centralized.
Well, I really believe that COCOA is a great association, not only for code officials so that they can interact with their peers and gain knowledge that way, but also for associate members, in other words, non-code related people, for the exact same reason, that they are going to be interacting with peers in their industry and gaining a lot of knowledge. So I would encourage anybody that is in the building industry in this area to get involved with COCOA.